Virgo Libra, to your mid-month reading for September. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, let's see what's going on with you, my friends. Change your focus. 5 of Cups. Loving it. This will give you the believe and succeed. Change your focus to things that you believe and succeed in, right? Really believing in the miracle, believing that the victory will be yours. Getting rid of any of the darkest fears that you have. No need for anxieties. Change your focus, get rid of the anxieties, right? And this will allow you to, love it. Get to your desires. Really manifesting your desires, getting to your desires, things that, you can say, well, this is what I want. Sacral chakra, the things I want, the things I desire, getting to those places. So very beautiful. Let's go ahead and see what they're saying over here with the believe and succeed, getting to that victory, right? Changing your focus on what it is I truly want with no anxieties. Yeah. Having this inspiration and understanding the limited potential over here when it comes to your exploration, things that make you excited, where your freedom can be, how this victory is going to get here. But you don't have to worry about all those things, right? Because those cause anxieties. You just put it out to the universe and allow the universe to bring it into you, right? Without, so the darkest fears upside down. Being your own harsh inner critic over here. Do not be your own inner critic. There's no reason for all that. It just causes your own destruction. Just remember that the universe does have its own limitless power. You are a free spirit. And, you get excited about what's going on. Do not allow any ifs, ands, or buts to get into the way of what if this doesn't happen, that doesn't happen, it doesn't come in. Don't worry about all that. That's just causing fear and it's causing negative energy to, not get to your desires. So just change your focus, my friends, on the situation. Some of you, it's going against the grain of your own freedom. Having misconceptions of what and how to manifest it, what is going on within your situation. You just need to know with blind faith that I am loyal to the situation. I believe in magic, right? And here I go, right? And it could even be releasing of personal beliefs of, well, I was told, well, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. So whatever your personal belief was of the situation, you need to release that because that's holding you back. And that's what's holding you back from getting what it is you need. You need to take the lead over here and know exactly what you're going and watch your ships coming in, right? Stop believing in win or lose. There is no win or lose. If you have that win or lose mentality to a situation like this, then you're always going to be one step behind, right? You win or lose when you put that just before you put that manifestation out, you have this idea in your head. Well, win or lose. Before I get ready to manifest this, there is a 50-50 chance that this will either happen or it won't happen. So, knock on wood, knock on that door, and let's go. You already had that in your mind before you manifested, that this might happen and it might not. But you gave all your faith, all your loyalty, all your trust to say, well, let's go, knock on that. Once you knock on that door and you give all that faith and all that trust and you want your desire and your manifestation, we don't think about win or lose anymore. Now we only think about winning, right? Because you already knew that, but now you throw that away. You already knew that. Why are you going back to it, right? Why are you going back to, that would be the if, can, I don't know. Okay, well, you already thought about that. That's dead, gone. That was past. That's yesterday. Today, you already manifested it, so you're just going to go win, 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 win. Right? Because in the overall, you already knew it was a win or lose situation. The universe is either going to give it to me, or they're not going to give it to me. But because I'm going to change my thought pattern to, well, if I'm going to manifest this, then I better give it all that I have and only think about getting what I want. There is no others. You put it on the table. That was it. And change my life by my thoughts. Yep. Putting out your intention. No more win or lose when it comes to the attention. You took the lead. You said, this is what I want. Don't go wishy-washy. And now go after your intentions. You don't think about that no more. Like I said, that was yesterday. Yesterday was the idea of the win or lose. Because now all you're doing is what? Planting the seeds for tomorrow. Making sure that you're taking action where action is needed. Keeping your faith and trust alive within the situation so that you can have the purpose, so you can have the manifestation, so you can have the gifts, you can have the rewards. Yep, you put in all the hard work. Taking the lead says, I am productive, I am routine, I am conservative, I am efficient, I am responsible, I am hard work, and I will continue to do so until my manifestation comes in. It might not come in tomorrow, it might not come in 2 weeks, it might take a year, it might take 7 years, but you know what, damn, I'm going to get it. One way or another. And even though it might not come in exactly the way I visualized it, I'm sure as hell still going to get that. Why? Because I am determined. And because I give faith and trust and hope and calm to the universe as the star card. And you do have the Three of Cups. This is where the celebrations are coming in. This is where you're going to feel the happiness, keeping that happiness alive, feeling like this is coming in. As soon as you change the vibration of this from the universe of what it is and go back on your words, it doesn't really work very well, does it? So you have to, all the repressed fears, all of the things that you are trying to repress within the situation, you are going to get rid of those insecurities, those repressed emotions, those inner confusions. You're going to leave behind all of those things that make it win or lose. Those things that make you say, if, well, I don't know. Right? Because that gives you restrictions, and you're not going to have any more restrictions of yourself, right? This is kind of like having the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder. The angel on this shoulder is saying, you don't need to worry about that. You're just a co-creator. You put it out there. God will take care of it. The devil's over here going, yeah, I don't know if that's going to really work. You know what, start getting in your mind over here because you might just be wasting a lot of time doing all of this shit. Yeah, because he doesn't want you to have anything good. Right? So no, you're going to cut through all of that and bring in, damn, there it is, and bring in your Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. This is where the happiness comes in. This is where the sunshine comes in. This is where your awareness comes in and using your intuition to say, you know what, that this is the way it really does work with the sun coming out. Yes. Bringing in those blessings, bringing in that pleasure and that happiness, and having the overall happiness to the situation. The more you realize that you can co-create, the more you understand having faith through the universe brings in more things that you want. You learning to manifest and learning how to do those things, you're definitely going to bring in better love, better connections, better happiness for yourself, and definitely the way you speak to yourself, right, is also going to change everything around, because you're no longer going to say, I'm poor, I'm this, I'm that. You're going to say, no, I'm happiness, I'm proud, I'm grateful, I have this, I have that, and I have this, and bam. And within love, here comes a strong connection, magnetic connection of romantic feelings for those of you who are looking for love. Some of you do have to have a separation. That's why we do have the Hierophant in reverse to get to this new love. Some of you are calling in a soulmate. I just want you to know that, right, from the past life experience. Just letting you know, right, that it could be love. Because a lot of people are manifesting love day in, day out. That's just the way it is. And the others of you are just manifesting money, happiness, home, security, right? The other things that we all want within life. So, best message for you is, oh, thank you, Spirit. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. That's exactly what this is all about. The key to manifesting quickly is to have your very high energy levels. Guys, if you haven't watched the manifestation videos, they're in your playlist. I put 2 in there. In fact, the second one was all about E as an emotion, energy, emotion, right, which is your high energy levels and emotions. And the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you can look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. So find things that make you happy, things that can raise that vibration, right? And as soon as you're super high in that vibration of having happiness, that is the greatest time to start manifesting. Higher the emotion and energy and vibration, better it is to get manifesting. Okay? And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.